Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. While everybody strolls in, I'm going to go through a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type any questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot hear or see you. There are different sessions happening, so feel free to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. That being said, I'd like to turn it over to our presenters, starting first with Arizona State University.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sarah. I am the Mid-Atlantic Regional Recruitment Coordinator for Arizona State University. I am in charge of admission and enrollment in the Mid-Atlantic corridor. I'm actually based down in Norfolk, Virginia. So I always like to start off all of our ASU presentations talking about our charter. And our charter is really what we strive to do as a university in kind of every facet. So through admission, academics, student life, kind of our campus model. So a big theme of our charter is that we are not measuring ourselves by whom we exclude, but by whom we include and how they succeed. So you might notice a theme throughout the presentation of kind of access, accessibility. That's really how we are measuring our success and the success of our students. So here are some accolades that we're pretty proud of, just to kind of give you a general idea of what ASU is all about. We have been ranked #1 in the US for innovation for 6 years in a row. So we're super proud of that. We've definitely had to really hold up that innovation, kind of navigating higher education in the year of 2020. So we're still delivering a quality education to our students, whether that is in person in the classroom or in more of a virtual format. We're also ranked #4 public in the university for first-year experience as well as undergraduate education. So what that can tell you is that you will be having a really stellar freshman year at ASU and a really great undergraduate education. We are a Tier 1 research university, so we have a lot of resources, funding, opportunity for undergraduate research. So if that's something that you're looking for, we'd definitely be a great fit for that. So in case you're unfamiliar with our location, we are located in the Metro Phoenix area. Phoenix is actually the 5th largest city in the country, so it's a really, really exciting place to be a part of for your college career. You might notice on my map here that we have 4 different campus locations in the Phoenix area. So I'll kind of dive into what all of those entail in the next slide. But as a student, you will have a home-based campus where you will live your freshman year, where your major will be held, but you have access to all 4 campuses. So if you are at the downtown Phoenix campus and want to go to a Tempe football game or a student club at the West campus, you have access to all 4 campus locations. Phoenix is a really great city to spend 4 years in. You've got beautiful weather, average temperature about 75 degrees year round. And there's a lot to do just in that kind of metro area. So these are our 4 campuses. I'll give you a brief overview on what they are all about. So our downtown Phoenix campus is right smack downtown. When I think of the Phoenix campus, I think of fast paced, I think professional. This is where our journalism school is held, nursing, health sciences, community and public health, and our law school as well. So this is our 2nd largest campus with just over 11,000 students. Next, we have the Polytechnic campus. Polytechnic, I think, technical and innovative. So a lot of our engineering programs are held at Polytechnic, flight and aviation. And this is our 2nd smallest campus. The kind of vibe of the Polytechnic campus is definitely more deserty. Tempe would be our next, and this is our largest campus by far with over 50,000 students. This is where the majority of our degree programs are also held. So things like business, education, performing arts, sciences, engineering programs are located at Tempe as well. And this is also where our sports teams are housed, Greek life. So this is definitely our largest campus in terms of just sheer size and population, but also student clubs and activities. 4th, we have the West Campus, which is on the west side of Phoenix. When I think of the West Campus, I think liberal arts. It's very small in comparison to our other campuses with under 5,000 students. It's really green, like you would expect at a liberal arts institution. A lot of our interdisciplinary majors are held at the West Campus, as well as forensic science. So we have a really great campus fit quiz on our website if you're unsure kind of where you would fit in, so you can determine what campus would be the best fit for you. So we've got a lot going on at ASU. We are a very large institution, so a really important part of kind of the way we structure our university is helping students find their community. So whether that's through one of our over 1,000 student clubs and organizations, one of our student coalitions, through our residential colleges, which is where you'll be living freshman year. There's a lot of different ways to connect with other students and really find your place within the campus community. So I will talk a little bit about our admission criteria. It is pretty straightforward. We have something called assured admission. So if you are meeting our admission criteria, you are guaranteed admission to ASU. So you should be able to look at this list, see kind of where you fall, and know if you would be admitted or not. So there's two things that we look at: course competency requirements, and then one of our aptitude requirements. Course competency requirements are the courses you see on the left. These are the courses that we look that you've taken in high school. If you're meeting all 16 of these and then one of our aptitude requirements, you're guaranteed admission to ASU. So those aptitude requirements would be a qualifying test score, GPA, or class rank. We do not require a test score for admission. And you are catching us in a really great time this fall. We have a lot of virtual events happening, whether that's academic specific sessions, sessions on our honors college, student panels, you name it. So if you want to engage more with the university, definitely check those out. This is my contact information if you have any questions, and go Sun Devils.
Great, thank you so much. And we will now move on to John Taylor Community College.
All right. Hello. I'm Jordan Meadows. I'm the outreach coordinator at John Tyler Community College. At John Tyler, our vision statement is a success story for every student. And through the supports and resources at Tyler that I'm going to talk about today, I hope you'll see how we really strive to live up to that vision statement, and it is something that we truly believe in. So first off, Tyler at a glance. We've got 2 campus locations, one in Midlothian, Virginia, and one in Chester, Virginia. We've got over 14,000 students enrolled at Tyler, which may sound like a lot, but with all the different options and pathways at Tyler, we're able to cultivate a smaller class setting with the average class size of 15 students. So you can really get that in-person, like professor-student relationship and connect with your classmates. And as I mentioned, we've got a lot of different pathways with over 75 majors and programs, and that include associate degrees, transfer-specific associate degrees, and for those who do want to go straight to that 4-year school, we also have technical trade programs designed to prepare students for skilled trade jobs that are in high demand right now, where you can finish your program in under a year or under 2 years and join the workforce right away. We've got 3 different modes of learning. We've got our in-person, on-campus classroom setting. We've got online options, asynchronous and synchronous. So Zoom sessions, or like Zoom sessions at a certain time, or you're working on your own and meeting all the class requirements individually. And then we have hybrid. So those classes would look like, if it was a Monday, Wednesday class, Mondays would be in person in class, and then Wednesdays would be in a Zoom session. So it's a taste of both with the hybrid. Talking about our majors and programs, I kind of divide them up into these 3 different categories. We've got our technical, skilled trades, hands-on learning, where these programs teach skills for entry-level, high-demand jobs. Many of these programs are less than 2 years long, and you can come out of it with qualifications for jobs that have salaries ranging from $40,000 to $55,000 a year. These programs are great for students who don't want that traditional classroom setting. They want to work with their hands and learn a skill, and they want to join the workforce right after they finish the program. We also have the transfer programs. Those degrees are some of the most popular at Tyler, and they are designed to transfer to a 4-year institution. After you complete your associate's degree, all those credits will transfer to that 4-year school of your choice. And additionally, at Tyler, we have guaranteed acceptance agreements with all the 4-year state schools in Virginia, like JMU, UVA, VCU, VSU, ODU, Virginia Tech, and many more. The agreements are basically contracts between those 4-year schools and the community colleges. And if you satisfy those GPA requirements and course requirements, you have a guaranteed acceptance into that school after you complete the 2 years at Tyler. This is actually what I did after high school, and I did my 2 years at community college, and I transferred with a guaranteed acceptance to UVA, where I earned my bachelor's degree. And then we've got career programs. Some of these may be associate degree programs, and some of them may be some certifications. These programs aren't specifically designed to transfer, but that doesn't mean you can't. There just may be some other requirements that the 4-year institution might ask for. Some of those courses might not transfer exactly right, but many of these are designed to get you right into the workforce after completing that program after the 2 years. And for a complete list of the majors, you can scan that QR code or go to catalog.jtcc.edu. And then, so at Tyler, we've got a lot of supports. Back to that success story for every student. Not only are professors and faculty invested in helping each student reach their goals, because they're in that classroom, small classroom setting, making those relationships, they know about your goals, where you want to go. But also we've got these supports in place to ensure success. For example, the ARC, which is the Academic Resource Center. As a Tyler student, you have unlimited access to free tutoring. The ARC has student tutors, professional tutors, and many of the professors have office hours in the ARC. They will help you write papers with the Writing Center. They will help you at any point in that process. They'll also, at the beginning of the semester, create a study plan for you where they take all your classes and look at where you need to focus and study, and when your exams are. And then we've got the libraries. They have much more than just books. We host workshops there, free printing, and you can reserve rooms in technology. And then career services, they'll help you find a job while you're at Tyler or after Tyler. Those are the reasons why you're coming to school. You're trying to get a job and earn money. And we've got those resources to support those. We've also got a lot of student life. At Tyler. Student activities puts out games on the quad, virtual events during COVID, like cooking, tutorials. And then our theater, we've got a lot of musicals and plays each semester. You don't have to be in the theater class to join those. And then intramural sports and clubs, over 30. And some of the benefits of coming to community college, we have no essays, no SAT or ACT requirements, and no letters of recommendations. It's a free application, and it's a great option to save a lot of money and get your 4-year degree. If you have any questions, please email me at info@jtcc.edu, or you can send me a text at that phone number there. And if you want to get to the application, it's just jtcc.edu/apply. Thank you.
Thank you. So next, we will move on to High Point University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Blakeney, and I am the admissions counselor for Virginia at High Point University. So High Point University is a small liberal arts private university in High Point, North Carolina. We have just under 5,000 undergraduate students, and we're smack dab in the middle of North Carolina near Greensboro and Winston-Salem. So first, I just wanted to share our mission statement with you all. At High Point University, every student receives an extraordinary education in an inspiring environment with caring people. So first, our freshman majors, our top 10 freshman majors, you'll see the top one is undeclared, and that's because a lot of students do come in undecided about what they want to do with their lives, which is completely okay. We have a great program to help students figure that out. We do have 59 undergraduate majors and 64 minors to choose from. So these are just the most popular ones among our students. There are plenty of choices. We have state-of-the-art academic facilities, including a human biomechanics and physiology lab for our exercise science and physical therapy students. We have a beautiful conservatory on campus, which is free for all students to use and go in and look at all the beautiful plants. Our Culp Planetarium, which is the background of this slide, is absolutely amazing for our students of all science majors. We also have news and radio studios for our communications and broadcasting students, as well as our BB&T Executive Boardroom, which is sponsored by BB&T, and is great for use for all students because it helps students prepare themselves to present in a place that is not necessarily a classroom setting, because that's what you will be presenting in when you graduate and are in the workforce. As for our education, we have a 15-to-1 student-faculty ratio with an average class size of 17, and 100% of our classes are taught by faculty. So you will never take a class taught by a graduate student or teacher's assistant. We have a 4-year graduation guarantee, meaning that if you are taking the courses that your success coach is telling you to take and you're passing those courses, we guarantee you will graduate in 4 years. We also offer a tuition-free 5th-year master's program in our business, leadership, and communication. And so as long as you academically qualify for that program, you would be granted the 5th-year master's program free tuition. We also have something that's pretty unique to High Point, which is our success coaches. So success coaches are kind of like an academic advisor. However, they're really going to be your mentor when you get to High Point. They're going to help bridge that gap from high school to college because it's a really big change, and we want to make sure that you are prepared for college life. So they're going to help you with getting involved on campus and making sure that you are finding the resources that you need on campus to succeed. And lastly, that Project Discovery. So Project Discovery is our program for our undeclared students to help them figure out what they want to major in. So through Project Discovery, you would work with your success coach and go through by trying different classes from different majors, taking aptitude tests, getting career leadership from professors in different programs, really to help you figure out what is going to be the best fit for you. Next, we offer experiential learning in every major. So at High Point, 25% of your education is going to be experiential or hands-on learning, including access to industry leaders, which in this picture you can see that is NBC Nightline News anchor Byron Pitts working with some of our broadcasting students in our TV studio. We also offer undergraduate research as early as your freshman year across all majors, as well as student teaching in local classrooms, a crime house on campus for our criminal justice students, and a stock trading room for our business students. As for that access to industry leaders, we have a lot of people who love to help our High Point students. One being on the top left, our entrepreneur in residence, Mark Randolph, who's the co-founder of Netflix, who comes in and helps entrepreneur students, as well as top right sales professional in residence, who is Professor Larry Quinn. He's the chair of our Department of Marketing and Sales, and he worked in the sales field for his entire career and decided to come help and train the next generation of salespeople. The bottom left is our sports executive in residence, and that is Cint Marshall, and she is the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and she works with our sports management students a lot. And the bottom right is our innovator in residence, that's Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of the Apple Computer, and he works with our computer science and computer engineering students. Up next, our vibrant student life. So we have 16 NCAA Division I teams in the Big South Conference, as well as 200 plus campus clubs and student organizations, including but not limited to fraternity and sorority life, club and intramural sports, and multiple religious groups across campus. As for our application plans, we are on the common application and it is open for 2021 already. We have a few plans, first being early decision. The deadline for that one is November 1st, and you find out if you're accepted on November 23rd, and that is a binding contract. So that's saying you're 100% committed to High Point. If that's not for you, that's okay. We have an early non-binding plan called Early Action, and the deadline for that one is going to be November 15th, and you find out if you're accepted on December 16th. And lastly is our regular decision plan, and so that's rolling, and you'll find out just whenever you submit your application. Our average GPA for students is an unweighted 3.4 GPA. However, accept both above and below that. And our average SAT is around a 1220. However, we are test optional. If you do decide to apply early decision, since you're committing yourselves to us, we do want to commit ourselves to you. The earliest notification date, priority housing selection and dorm move-in, priority for fall course selection, early access to that success coach, and a reserved parking space on campus. As for next steps, we are open for campus tours, but if you're not comfortable with that, we do have virtual tours as well as virtual information sessions every day. Campus Perspectives, which is a program for you to get more information on our different programs at High Point, admissions interviews, and lastly, contact your counselor, who is me. Here's all my information for you, so you can reach out. I will be the one reading your application.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So now we will move on to St. Mary's College of Maryland.
Thank you so much. I am just sharing my screen and I will be right with all of you in a moment. All right. We should be good to go. So thanks so much for taking the time to be here today. My name is Jordan Cartwright. I am one of the Associate Directors of Admission. I also am a graduate of St. Mary's College of Maryland, graduating in 2016 and being there as a student for 4 years. So I want to talk about some of the things that make us unique and a distinctive option for students who are interested in attending a school like St. Mary's. So first and foremost, who are we? So St. Mary's College has been around for close to 180 years. We are the first fully designated honors college in the country. So we are known for that. And we also have a number of national rankings that really show the distinctiveness of the quality of education that students receive in their time at St. Mary's. So I'm going to actually unpack what that actually means and how that is informed in our identity as an institution. So in 1992, we got the designation of Honors College from state elected legislators, and we were designated as Maryland's Honors College, also being the first school in the country to have that title. Some may be wondering, what does that actually mean and how did that come about? Well, what it means inside of the classroom is that every student is at that level of honors education. Some schools will have honors programs where you will take a few classes that are honors and you might have a combination of classes that are not. Every class, every academic experience is at that level. In addition to this, we are a small school. So when it comes to what you're getting in the classroom, you're not just being talked at, you're engaging in the content and the material, and you're actually being taught by somebody who has a PhD. So you're not just in the classroom absorbing information, you're also being mentored in the process of us doing this. Our college is 1,500 students, so that translates into a student to teacher ratio of 9 students to every 1 professor. You can't skip class, they will notice that immediately. I've tried it. But when it comes to developing meaningful relationships with the people who are mentoring you, it allows us to be very flexible in that fashion. So there is a level of rigor, but it's not busy work. It's not you getting hit over the head with tests and exams. It's you sitting there and having discussion and giving innovative perspective to the content that you're learning and then how it applies in the real world. So how do we teach this? Well, students are learning through experiential and applied discovery, which is actually the name of our curriculum. Students are doing internship. which is guaranteed for every student through our Honors College Promise. And they're also accumulating work experiences over their 4 years at St. Mary's. So the biggest thing that we want to do is prepare students to enter a workforce that is competitive, but be able to navigate that and stand out, and also have so many experiences that they can utilize. Our top programs in terms of size are biology, economics, psychology, English, and anthropology. So these are just a few of the very strong programs that are offered for students. There's a ton of fun stuff that you can do as well. We offer a scuba certification class as one of the offerings for students. We actually teach an underwater archaeology class every 2 years. The last class was actually able to go to Greece and scuba dive in the Mediterranean and see some sunken artifacts. So these are just some of the fun things that can actually be a part of your learning experience inside of the classroom. We also have over 100 different clubs for students to participate in. I have a little sister who is actually at St. Mary's. She's in equestrian, learning how to ride horses. We had no idea she was interested in that, but it's fascinating. We also offer 19 different Division III sports, so students can participate in a number of different activities. And we also have a championship level sailing team that has produced over 100 All-Americans. Their program is actually Division I, and they have also produced a number of world championship contenders as well. So I'm going to get into some of the things that complete and make up a application. Everything that you see on your screen is available on our website to kind of look up further if you want more information. But we are looking primarily at your academic achievement in high school, your 9th, 10th, and 11th grade years. We do look at your weighted scores because we want to assess how much rigor you've taken, but we use a holistic process, meaning that the transcript, the GPA, the scores that you may obtain are not the only factors that will contribute to us admitting or not admitting you as an applicant. The SAT and the ACT are optional, meaning that students do not have to submit this to be considered for admission. They also do not have to submit these scores to be considered for merit scholarship. So this is very important as well. Students who don't have access to the test, who don't have the ability to take the test, are able to kind of go through some of those things. So highlights, we are number 8 in the country for graduating students with the lowest amount of debt. 94% of our students actually go on to get a job within 6 months. And the average salary is between $43,000 and $76,000 a year. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, my contact information is on the screen above. And I do encourage you to reach out if you'd like to pursue St. Mary's at a different level. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. And lastly, we will move on to Roanoke College.
All right. So Roanoke College is a liberal arts college. We are always ranked in the Princeton Review in the top 386 colleges. For that, we do have a large global network. We are in the top 20 for accessible and approachable professors due to our smaller class sizes. Those professors are accessible and approachable, and they are there for you, whether it's through their office hours, whether it's through shooting them an email, setting up an appointment to go and see them. And we are a 4-year residential living and learning community. We are located in Salem, Virginia, in a very friendly town, and I think it's perfect for college students because everything you need as a college student is located at your doorstep. You are able to walk out the front of our campus and hit Main Street of Salem and have restaurants, shopping, live music, venues, sporting events in the Salem area for minor league baseball. We live next to the exciting city of Roanoke, Virginia, which is a little bit more hustle and bustle than the Salem community. So it's got your downtown scene, also wonderful food, concerts, museums. We do have the airport and the Amtrak station down there. And then we also have our spectacular scenery. We are located in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We are nestled right up against the Appalachian Trail. So if you are into hiking or kayaking or mountain biking, this is a beautiful campus for you as well. So you kind of get all three campuses in one here at Roanoke. You get that friendly community and that small town feel. You get that exciting city in Roanoke, and then you also get that outdoorsy campus with the Blue Ridge Mountains right in our backyard. A little bit about ourselves is we are an undergraduate community of just over 2,000 students. We are represented in 39 different states, 31 international countries. We are primarily made up of 42% male population, 58% female. 54 of our students come from Virginia, and 46% of our students come from out of state. We have a lot of students come from the Northern Virginia area, the Tidewater area, Richmond, Charlottesville, and then we also have a wonderful local pool here in the Roanoke area as well. We do have guaranteed housing on campus all 4 years. Our average class size is 18 students per classroom, and our actual faculty to student ratio is 13-1. So for every 13 students, we do have one faculty mentor there for them. We also have career mentors. We have a program that we call our Maroon Mentor Program, where you are paired with an alumni. You get to know that alumni. It's kind of your first networking tool here at Roanoke College. You get to be a part of that program. Maybe it's an internship, job shadowing opportunity, or just someone to talk to about your curriculum here at Roanoke. It's just a wonderful opportunity to pair you with an alumni and kind of help get you in the right direction as far as your career focus after graduation. We do have 50 different majors on campus, plus our 69 minors, concentrations, and pre-professional programs. We have everything from accounting to theater. Our pre-professional programs are fantastic. We have had students go on to Harvard Medical School, Washington and Lee Law School. So some wonderful big name universities and graduate programs after Roanoke College. We just added some new majors to our education program. We do have an engineering science program now, and we're always known for our business program. And the number one class in our business program is our business policy class, where you actually get to create a business from scratch. You run your financials, and then your final project is kind of like a Shark Tank pitch, where you are in front of a group of investors from the Roanoke area, businessmen and women, business law folk from the Roanoke area, and you are pitching your business to them. There are businesses in Roanoke and the surrounding areas that were policy projects here at Roanoke College. So that's something special. So not only are you graduating with a degree in business, but you are also graduating with your own business plan in hand. So a little bit about our core curriculum, which I think kind of differentiates us from other colleges and universities. We are one of a kind because we have topic-based courses. So instead of an intro to chemistry class, you could take chemistry and crime. Instead of statistics 101, you could take does gun control save lives, sports statistics, nutrition, medical issues, you name it, you could take it. So we are looking for those topics that are real world learning, experiential learning, and are of your interest. So you're not just sitting in a boring old chemistry 101 or a stat 101 class. You are actually sitting in something that has interest to you, and you get to get outside of the classroom and have those experiential learning experiences. Creative works, all students at Roanoke have these opportunities for them. Creative works, research, not just strictly for our sciences. Community service. We all build a house for Habitat for Humanity. Each freshman class gets to do that. Hands-on experience through internships and job shadowing opportunities, study away programs, whether those are semester abroad or our May term program, which you have to take one time during your 4 years here at Roanoke College. It's an intensive learning term, 3 to 4 week program where you get to go abroad and travel with faculty from Roanoke College. Here's an example of of where our alumni work, have attended graduate school, landed internships. So you see everything from those schools that I mentioned to nonprofits to government agencies and things like that there. We do have over 100 clubs to join, everything from outdoor adventures, intramural sports, esports programs, your typical college clubs, religious groups, multicultural, leadership and government. We have 22 NCAA Division III teams. We just added a wrestling program that we're very excited about there. We are known for our lacrosse programs as well. And just a wonderful opportunity to get outside of the classroom and get involved in campus. We are a merit-based scholarship school, test optional, tons of ways to get different grants and scholarships by coming to visit, filing the FAFSA, fine arts scholarships, our fellows and honors programs. But if you do have questions about any of that, you can contact me. My email is there, rosen@roanoke.edu. I work with students from primarily our Virginia territories. We're kind of divided up into 3 different ones there. But I thank you for your time and look forward to hearing from you if you do have any questions.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone. So I know that we have some participants. If you guys have any questions, feel free to use the Q&A in the bottom of your screen there. You can just type them out and the reps will be able to see them. If you don't have any questions, you are able to just head out. So if you do choose that option, I want to say thank you for joining us. And when you close the window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. If you wouldn't mind filling that out, we'd really appreciate any sort of feedback. And I said at the beginning, but in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as other session recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. So I'm going to leave this up. And if you guys do have any questions, feel free to put those in. And in a couple minutes, we have about 9 or 10 minutes left, but I'll close the presentation. I'll end the presentation if there are none. Thank you. Alrighty, panelists. It looks like there are no more attendees. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end the session now so we can all move on. But thank you again for joining us today. We really appreciate it. I hope it was helpful for everyone. And these recordings will be available in about a week on our YouTube channel, as well as where the students signed up at strivescan.com/Virginia. So thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.